Yes, cheers to you, cheers to us. I'm Nellie Rose.
And I'm Jekale.
Yes, we're here today after a long year, I believe. We should have started this a year ago, but we are here today to talk about JK and his journey in the music industry, and just to give you guys a little insight on who he is, who I am, and what we're about to do. So we have some great things in store for you, for us, for the community. So hopefully you guys tune in, subscribe, like, follow everybody. So let's get it started.
Coach Kirschman, shout out Coach Kirschman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's actually a good story behind it.
yeah, it's
My
a
bad.
good
I didn't mean to
story.
laugh.
I used to be a all-star, linebacker, all-star fullback.
Oh, we have to see those pictures.
Yeah, they didn't call me. They used to call me Juke and Jekale. So, but that's how I used to get my. He know.
You know.
He know. But I used to play football all the time, man. So that's where I got
nice.
my actual nickname from playing football, and it just stuck with me.
So let's talk about your new single.
Mhm.
When did that come out, and what was the inspiration behind it?
All right, so The Jungle is my latest single. It came out on May 30th, but this song, I recorded the song over a year ago.
Okay.
And the inspiration behind it was I did a fashion show called A Walk in the Jungle.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much wrote the song for the fashion show. And when I tell you it was major, up until now, it's one of the greatest things I've done in life. So.
Yeah. Do you see yourself coming out with another one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We definitely got to run Walk in the Jungle back. It was so fun.
Yeah.
So many people that were involved, so many moving pieces.
Did you guys have any designers?
Yeah, we had 6 designers.
Okay.
We had over 25 models. We had 6
nice.
vendors there. And we had 3 artists performing there.
Nice.
His name was Shayo, and then we had obviously myself, and then we had an artist from The Voice named Jashika Maker.
Yes, I met her.
You remember Jashika? Yeah, she did.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was dope, man. The whole show from start to finish was just so epic.
We need to do a Houston version of The Voice, but add our twist to it.
Absolutely.
And I'll get more into that later on, because I'm not giving all that away.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll come sing.
Yes, yes. I need everyone to buckle down and just be ready for whatever, because that's kind of how I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have a great team. You have a great team. I have the studios here, so we can just take every week and plan our next projects and fashion shows and stuff. So anyway, I love that, and I'm so proud of you. You are definitely inspiration, and people all over the world truly need to know who you are and what you bring to the table, because not only do you sing and not sing but rap, and you do sing.
Yeah, I sing. I sing and I rap.
Yes, you do sing. Yes.
Yes, I do.
And have you ever thought about acting?
Yes, I know how to act. I love acting. I haven't done it like full-fledged acting since high school, but I love to act. But before we move on to that, I want to say that I'm proud of you too. Look at everything you've done. I feel like from the time where I first met you until now, it's been major progress. So you got to give your people their flowers while they're here. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be 40 this year, December 5th. Mark your calendars, because
December 5th?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
December 5th.
December.
Yes.
We gotta set something up for that.
Yes, I'll be 40, so I need $40,000 donated to the studio so I can go to Dubai. I'm just saying. Let's talk about I want to dive deep into who you are as an artist. So tell us, describe your sound as an artist.
Okay, I would like to say that people compare me all the time to The Weeknd, Mario, Neo, all of those things. But I feel like I have my own sound in a sense of where I have a distinct voice. And the things that I talk about aren't typically the things that most R&B singers talk about in a song. So, R&B is like the music of love.
Yes.
But I'm no lover boy.
But you don't do
I just love the love,
You don't, you don't do that? You don't do
You know,
that.
I do it sometimes. You know, I love to sing too. I
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
sing. I love to dance. You know,
The
I
baby
love.
oil?
Yeah. Oh no.
No. No, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I would get my D'Angelo on and get, get put the baby
Yeah.
oil on, but
So how do you get ready in the morning? Like, what is your when you wake up? What is your creative process?
okay. So I like to wake up and pray first thing. That's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. Make sure I give glory back to God
Yes.
because I appreciate Him for waking me up in the morning, and then after that, I'll probably just start cleaning up whatever's dirty in there because I want it to be clean whenever I get back home.
He said you're lying.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen. You never been to his house.
Yeah. So I like to clean up, and then after that, like it's time to get my day started. Usually I'm up at 6:30.
Okay.
I have to be at school 6:45. I'm a teacher, by the way, y'all. So I got to be to school by 6:45. So I'm up, like up, no later than about 5:45.
So you mentioned that you're a teacher. Have you ever considered coming out with a single where your students are like a part of
involved? Yeah. See, I think that would be dope. Back in high school, I was a part of a organization called the Songwriters Club, and as I was a part of it, he had us going to studios and performing and doing all.
And the reason why I asked
things.
that is because I think a lot of our youth, they need that type of inspiration. They need to be exposed to that because the schools now, they just want us to be robots and just be 9-to-5s, and they don't even talk about or promote or encourage any type of music, right? There is a school up north. We have a family friend that teaches students how to create beats and be, do mix and all that.
Yeah, they need.
So
that.
they have what do you call that?
A mixing board.
Yes, a mixing board. Every student has one. So I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Because
most of these students don't know that you can go to school for music. Like for real, he went to school to be a producer. He went to college and graduated and had a successful career. Now that's only one person.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, you never know what this life is going to bring you.
Right.
So you can't ever just look at people and say, hey, maybe I'll never be up here. The only thing you need to do is just keep going, keep working, and keep your head down, because at the end of the day, man, everybody on the face of this earth is trying to get somewhere.
And have you ever experienced just a day where you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then it shifts? Like
almost every day. And they say, if you want to make God laugh, just tell him your plans. I like to think that I'm more of a go with the flow type person, but my business partners and the people that I talk to on a daily, they're not that way at all. They're more time driven and hey, listen, if we don't leave here in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're gonna be late to the next thing, so we might need to cancel. Like, man, we good, man. Just let's go. Some stuff you can control, some stuff you can't. The things that you can control, have control over them, but the things that you can't, man, let it go.
So, talking about control, let's talk about relationships. Are you dating anybody?
No.
Putting you on the spot. He said no. Okay.
No, but
he said no.
I'm not dating anybody. I've been single for a long time.
Oh, so we need to do a dating show. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, we need to do some type of dating thing, ladies. Just come out and hopefully I can find the one.
Sorry, my daughter's in the video.
No, all good. She can be in this.
Sit over there, Valerie. Sit over there. Baby, sit over there. Okay, sit over there, Valerie. That's my daughter, guys. Yeah. She just came out here to give me a hug.
Hey, it's so cute, man. You gotta love the kids.
Yes.
They will be themselves for sure.
Yes, they will. So would you be down if we did a dating?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Does she have to have talent?
No,
that
she
would be my requirement. She doesn't have talent?
She doesn't have to have talent, but my girlfriend, my woman, wife, potential wife, hopefully hopefully she just down for me. You know, I don't need nobody who wants to talk about the same thing all day. You know, I love music, but that's my life.
Mhm.
So, you know, if we get together, I want to talk about that too, but I don't want to talk about it the whole time. You know,
Right.
what are the things that interest you?
You could find somebody that balances you out, though.
Mhm.
Maybe she can be, you know, the creative director. You know, she could be.
There you go.
She could be your stylist. You know,
I need a stylist.
maybe she can be a photographer. I don't know, but it along the lines of music and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
I've always believed in finding somebody that understands the lingo. You know, understands why I do what I do, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. You know, people with totally different backgrounds and careers, they just clash all the time.
Yes, they do.
You know, for example, doctors, you know, they're gone all day, every day, right? On call. So, and then they have wives that are, I'm sorry to say it, but they get cheated on because they're never home,
Yes.
right? But if you have someone you can bring along that won't be jealous, that understand why you're talking to people, why you're taking photos, why you're doing this and do that. So just, you know, my piece of advice, just to find somebody that
I don't need a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, next thing you know, she finding all type of stuff that's wrong with you. I don't want to know.
I know, she's like, before you can get some, I need your
now all of a sudden I got bronchitis. I got
okay.
I'm sorry.
So no, you're good. So do you have any new releases or any shows coming up?
Yes, I just actually had a show with my guy Cromwell.
Okay.
This following Saturday. So that was 2-3 days ago, Saturday. And obviously this interview. I have another show coming up on July 12th. On July 5th, we have a photo shoot for NPR Entertainment. And
nice.
you know, after that, on the 17th, I have another podcast that I'm doing, and between the 24th and the 28th, we'll also be interviewed. Me and my friend Baby Boy back there with the big head.
He'll make his entrance later.
Yeah,
we'll bring you on to talk to you for the next show. Okay, cool. So so in the video, we'll make sure to put in the dates and the locations of where JK will be, so you guys can follow him and support.
One more thing.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, I'm actually going to Dallas as well to work with a producer named Cero. So he's a dope producer that we met in Miami about 3 weeks ago. And guy was just dope. He lives in Dallas. You know, he's lived in Houston before. So we started having some type of common ground. But we're also going to Dallas in 2 weeks on July 14th.
Okay. So I'm curious, how old were you when you realized music was gonna be your life? Like,
I was 12 years old.
12?
Yeah, I was 12 years old. You know, I started doing music in 7th grade. You know, I had done songs before, but they were some little kid, you know, stuff.
Do you still have like videos and pictures of you? Because I would like to blow those up.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So your next show, we'll just have it in the back.
Yeah, I have videos from 14 and 15.
See, I live to laugh and embarrass people. Well,
you know, I do have another video from 8th grade too. So
he's okay, tell us how we can find this.
You don't want to see that.
Yes, I want to see it.
But I will show
I want to see it. Do you have?
He's in it.
Oh, you're in it.
Yeah,
even better. Yeah. Okay, we need to see all of that.
Yeah,
we need to see all of that.
You know, I got some embarrassing moments, and even some moments from that point in my life too that were good too.
Yeah.
So you know, we made some good music back then too.
Yeah.
For what it was worth for being 12 years old.
You know, I think you need to show the world those embarrassing moments, because it just makes, you know, I believe in talking about everything, because I want people to fall in love with the process of you, you know, and I think because if you can laugh about it, look back and be like, damn, I used to have a gap. Now I have braces. Now I have straight teeth. Or, I used to have a ton of acne back in middle school.
Word.
And I had braces too.
Hey, look at you now.
So, yeah. Yep. I used to wear a headgear. Like, I would sleep like this, yes, that shit hurt. Because you got to, there's hooks. Do you know what they are?
No.
The headgear?
Oh, yeah. Helmet. I'm just playing. The way I started teaching, I kind of just fell there. I graduated from college. My mentor at the time, which is also still somebody who's very influential in my life, her name is Tanya Naylor. She asked me, she was like, do you need a job? It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Fresh out of college, I got a baby.
Yeah.
But at that time he was already 3, so he wasn't a baby. But I was like, yeah, I need a job. So she gave me the teaching position, and the rest
I fell in love with it.
Yeah, it's history, man. It's hard not to get attached to those kids.
Yeah.
You spend so much time with them, and it's like everything that you do directly influences them.
Absolutely.
So it's hard to not get attached to them, and it's hard to not tell them the right thing to do. So, I grew up a less than fortunate kid, even though it was times in my life where we had a lot, but it was times in my life where we didn't have it all. So I look at those kids now, and I see some of the same struggles, some of the same
What do you think we could do to help the babies?
You just gotta, first of all, the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is teach them about Jesus. And teach them that that's who you need to depend on when it's time for you to go through whatever you're gonna go through.
Right.
He gonna direct your path every time.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids, they don't go home to happy homes.
That's the other thing.
I couldn't be a teacher because I would be too attached. Meaning, I would show up at their home. I would probably cuss the mom and daddy out or something. Like, they would end up in my car to driving back to my place, because I've seen kids like dirty, hungry, without supplies, without money for food, even though food is $1.50, $3.50. I don't know how much it is now, but and it's just really sad.
Yeah, it's hard not to resonate with that as well, because as human beings, not all of us have been there, but most of us have been there.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to, help the community as much as you can in whatever way that you can.
Are you guys allowed to ask your students personal questions about, what they're experiencing back home? Is that? No,
we're not allowed to ask them, but they're allowed to come tell us if that makes sense. So, they got a counselor in there. They might go tell the counselor. But the
teachers can't get involved in family-related stuff, right?
They're not supposed to say, "Hey, whatever." But the students can come talk to them. I got a student, man. These students tell me all type of stuff, like, "Hey, listen, man. My parents, they got divorced, so I couldn't do my homework last night. I'm going through a tough time right now." Like, all right, man, sit down and just do it now.
I think as long as you tell the students that they have a safe space with you, then they, because a lot of them, I feel like they have to go to school and be perfect. But if you open up that door and say, hey, if you guys are experiencing anything, just come to me.
Facts. Yeah, come in my room. They know. I got a few students who was, about to get in a fight. Yeah. Just came in my room like, hey, Coach Williams, man, listen, if I get into a fight, don't be mad at me. Really, I know in their mind, they just telling me that because they don't want to fight. Yeah. But I'll go handle the situation like I'm supposed to. And, it's always good to know that the students feel comfortable enough to come tell me, because I think they know I'm not going to judge them. Even if y'all get in a fight, you can still come in here afterwards,
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Well, my main inspiration is my son. He's been around obviously since day one. I've known him since his day one. And he's been there ever since. He never left. So I always get inspired by that dude, man. And I think my inspiration is like the opposite of what I thought it would be, because my son is nothing like I am at all. He has the same mannerisms and everything. He carries himself the same way, but he don't like football. He don't like basketball. He don't like running track. He don't like singing and rapping. He just like what he likes. So I'm always try and make sure that he's whoever he is and support him through whatever man he turns out to be. But just him being so confident in himself always inspires me to just continue to do what I need to do, because at the end of the day, it's not about me, it's about him. It's about making sure that he's good at all times and he's safe and protected. So I always got to look out for my son. Trust me, if he tell me he want to rap or sing,
do you ever bring him to the studio and
he just
let you listen to record?
Yeah, he just sits down like,
get
me out of here.
Get me out of here. It's okay. Maybe when he sees you, on the stage, he'll see a different side of you.
Absolutely.
But so, do you plan on ever like starting your own like label, or bringing having other artists sign with you?
I'm glad you said that. So I do have a music business called the Rooftop Vibe, which about. But the Rooftop Vibe is a platform that initially I got with my guy Mac, and we created, and since day one we've met with over 350 artists, and that's on the low end. It might be a lot more than that, but we just gonna say 350. But since we started doing that, we've met so many artists. Right now we're promoting an artist named Jabril. This month, at the first of the month, we're promoting an artist named Erica. And man, when I tell you, these people's music, man, they're different. I'm happy to be the first artist resident at the Rooftop Vibe. So they're going to promote my music for a whole year. And I
don't think I've ever been there.
It's my music. So
Yeah.
I appreciate Mac. I appreciate my whole team for making sure that I stay grounded and I continue to do the thing that I love to do, and use the platform to see where it could potentially take me.
I love it. It's about the team. I'm telling you. If you don't have the team, you can't make the dream just come true.
Facts.
Yes. So how was your team built? How did you meet everyone?
All right. So my team is a number of people. So myself, my business partner Mac, who is the CEO of the Rooftop Vibe, and I've served as so many different things on the Rooftop Vibe: A&R director, program director. I serve as the artist resident now. I've served as pretty much everything I can do to get my hands dirty, because I'm here to serve the artists, the creators, whoever it is that's around. Then you have Shravia. Shravia is the A&R director now. And then you have Izzy, you have Ligia, you have Hasna. We just brought on an intern named Sloan. And then just today we hired somebody named Erica. So, that's the whole team. Still some people. But if I forgot y'all name, y'all, I'm sorry. But we quickly building now. So I feel excited to know that our brand is being recognized as a platform that can help these artists and help these creators take their career to the next level and help them be seen as much as we possibly can.
Yes, I love that. Are you guys ever going to travel, get on the road, get a tour bus, get a RV?
So this summer is crazy because I've already gone to Kansas City. I went to Chicago. I've gone to Miami.
Nice.
Just in 2 weeks, we're going to Dallas too.
Where are we going for my birthday?
Wherever you want to go.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Nah, hey, listen. Now, in the United States, Trump, he wild. Where you want to go for your birthday?
I said Dubai.
Oh, Dubai. That's fine. December. that's enough time to plan a trip to Dubai. I've never been to Dubai, and I really want to go.
I've heard it's a lot of fun, but it's very strict out
Hey,
there.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing y'all don't want me to do. I'll put on whatever y'all want me to wear out there. Hey, listen, I'm making it back.
I heard they don't even allow like phones in some places. You can't record. You can't do any of that. Yeah.
No, I gotta record.
I know, right?
I need the people to see this.
I know. Exactly. Okay, so yeah. So what? We'll be back next Tuesday for sure. I have a surprise for him. We are it's gonna involve blindfolding him and eating food from my country, which is the Philippines. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. I will have a list of questions for you. We'll have some guests. We'll bring in our assistants and whoever you want to bring, bring them. We can we can bring a couple of people. I mean, the island is 12 feet, so maybe we can have about 6 people total.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted to go to the Philippines. Maybe now is the perfect time. You can go there. Well, in my mind with the blindfold on.
Yeah. Oh, let me find some other Filipinos in the city. Maybe we can bring them. Okay. He's like, please look.
Okay. Hey.
It would be a really good idea if I did, because there's so many islands in our country, and everyone cooks differently. Hey. So maybe you can taste food from different islands.
Hey, trust me, if it's food there,
yeah,
I will eat it. I will.
Okay, then just throwing out ideas.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I'll definitely be back Tuesday, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, every Tuesday, tune in. We will have a different person in this seat right here, but our goal here is to inspire you and bring you on, welcome you into our home. We are filming here at my studio located at 108 Main Street. We have 2 studios, so maybe we can do something on the second floor as well in the future. But anyway, if you guys have any questions for JK, just put it in the comments. If you want to ask me something, you can do the same. Just don't send me any crazy stuff because you will get blocked. Was there anything else you wanted to mention? Shout outs, anyone?
Yeah, absolutely. Jungle Song is out now on all platforms. Just look up JK Jungle. I do also have a challenge out right now, and it's the Jungle Challenge. The winner gets $250. So I'm looking for all creatives, all dancers, all remixers to remix the reel by using the JK sound.
Nice.
And whoever wins gets 250 bones. So
nice.
I'm excited about the Jungle release. The song got distributed. Now I'm getting articles and magazines and outlets reaching out to me. So
we need you to get on Fox.
Yeah, I need to get on Fox. Fox, hit me up.
Oh, okay, Fox.
Real.
Let's go.
For real. But I'm
we'll
just
be your backup
dancers.
About that. We'll be in the back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I need some dancers, but that's it. Thank you, man, for having me on, and it's always love. Cheers
to water.
Cheers to tea.
See you guys in the next one. Tune in every Tuesday. Bye. JK, I need to get tipsy first. I don't know.
I think that'll make it more fun.
Yeah. We're recording, so we're good.
Yeah.
How does liquor make you feel?
It makes me feel sensational.
Sensational. Okay, Chris Brown.
Come on.